Hello, EDLS 710 candidates. I hope that you are well. I am. It is week 3, and I'm just back from a long weekend trip with my bride of 40 years. Barbara and I went to San Antonio this weekend and ate and drank all up and down the Riverwalk. Really nice long weekend, which is an introduction really to something about values. When I reflect about my values in this, my second career, I have vowed to have more fun and spend more time with my wife because those are things that I value. So I'm just beginning to read your value statements. I'm really enjoying those, and we'll continue to read and respond and give you feedback on those this week. But from value statements, and I hope you're really thinking about those. The real value in these value statements, belief statements, principle statements, the real value in it is self-knowledge. And again, as you grow as leaders, the better that you know yourself, the better that you can lead others. The more you know your way of knowing, the better that you can lead others. And that's a little bit of an intro to this week's chapter in Drago Severson, the Learning for Leadership. I gave you the preview there when we met in our face-to-face session, and you have that one-page handout from Ellie Drago Severson about Keegan's ways of knowing. But in chapter 3, table 3.1 has a real nice chart that I urge you to spend some time with as you read that chapter. And then some of the other stuff about how to lead, how the ways of knowing jive with the pillar practices, providing leadership roles, teaming, collaborative inquiry, and mentoring. I think that's the crux of this book, of the Ellie Drago Severson's message. Knowing yourself, knowing your way of knowing how you're pushing yourself to grow as a leader, and then knowing others' ways of knowing and knowing how to lead them at their current spot. That's again the crux of it, and it's sounds simple, but it's complex. So I urge you to dig deeply there and see what you can find. As you again read chapter 3, please do reflect on your way of knowing and respond to it. And again, for this past week, you were to write a values statement. I see those in my in-basket, and I'm going to look at those tonight. I've just begun looking at them, and as I said, I've enjoyed what I've read so far, so I'll provide you some feedback on that. The next step in this process of knowing thyself is to write a belief statement. Again, if you just follow the assignment, great. The suggestion here is that you make it personal. Now, I told you a story, embellished just a little bit, about my belief in angels and the teen angel who pushed me out of the surf as I was going under for the 3rd time as a 10-year-old swimmer. It doesn't have to be like that. Maybe you've never had a real formative experience like that. But again, what do you believe, and can you tie that and make it personal in some way? I know that many of you have very colorful backgrounds and grew up in homes and in neighborhoods and in families where there's lots of support, and if that has colored your belief statement as it's defined here, write about it. And it is a little bit of a challenge, but try to keep it to a page or two. Try not to write a novel here. And if you write one draft and it's longer than that, do your best to edit it down and make it shorter and sweeter. By the way, I have been able at various times for commencement speeches or for other occasions, I've been able to use some of these value and belief statements to inspire others. So I hope, again, that by digging into who you are, what you believe, you may, again, be able to better lead others. So there's a little bit of a method to this madness as well. And how's the SAPA coming? Have you identified an area, a system that you want to try to address for your SAP? This week, you're asked to please post an outline. And I truly mean a bulleted outline. If you've written more than that and you want to share that with others, fine. This is a discussion board post where I'm asking you all to please read and respond to one another. I'm not going to, well, the grade here is simply to load something. And so with a little bit of feedback, then I hope that you'll produce a better SAPA next week when it's due to me for feedback. So here's the best news of the week. Gardner Webb called me last week and said that Wayne Community College is running 4-day weeks this summer, and they're started their summer session. And though I had asked and we had scheduled a time on June 21st, 22nd, oh, I've got my dates wrong there. We're going to meet on 23 and 24, not Friday, June 22nd. The campus is closed. Now, what are we going to do about that? Well, I've thought about some Zoom sessions as a substitute for the face-to-face. And if we're struggling with the SAP and need to spend some time together, some synchronous time together in Zoom, I can schedule that for one of the evenings that week. I'm tempted to just cancel this class, and if you feel you'll still be getting your money's worth from one less face-to-face session, I'm fine with that. So give me a little feedback, shoot me an email and tell me how you're feeling about that. I've got to change the dates here, but we will not meet June 22nd. We will meet Saturday and Sunday, June 23 and 24. And I'll correct those dates, load the correct calendar too. I hope you're having a great week. Let's see, school should be shutting down soon if it hasn't already. The kids will finish testing and go home, and then eventually you'll be done with the teachers too. Those of you who are not on a year-round calendar, have a great week, and write to me if you have any questions about SAPs or dates or anything else. Talk to you soon.